And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's Rowdy.com Big Three, the return of the Big Three. Where we're talking NASCAR, we're talking Bud Shootout, qualifying Daytona. I mean, it was a crazy night on Saturday night. Buzz Cutler has today's three big burning questions.
Well, let's start, Bassmasters, with the phenomenon we all witnessed Saturday night, the two-car breakaway, the four-car, two-car hookup thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what is it?
What are we to make of this?
What are we to make of it?
It's like getting married.
I'll tell you, it is exactly like that. It's weird because at the old Daytona and at Talladega even, with these big packs of cars, you had sort of a shifting web of alliances, right? Guys would hook up, go with each other, then drop off, go with someone else. We didn't see that in the shootout. We saw guys hooking up and sticking together, nose to tail, for several laps, 10, 12 laps. And they would it was like a fire truck with one guy driving the front and one guy driving the back. And they go like this. But then at the end of the race, so we had, in the first 63 laps, guys, we had 27 lead changes. In the last 12 laps, we had one lead change. And that was because of the four-car breakaway that happened at the end with Ryan Newman and Denny Hamlin as one tandem, and Kurt Busch and Jamie McMurray as the other tandem. And that's the interesting thing to me, is how the race ended with only that one lead change on the last lap, on the last straightaway, and the car's breaking away.
Let's talk about the end of the race, Buck, because it seems clear that the place you don't want to be at the end of the race is in first.
You absolutely unequivocally don't want to be in first because you're going to get hosed no matter what. I think Kurt Busch was in the ideal place. He was the leader of the second pack of pairs.
On the other hand, though, would you not think that if Denny Hamlin had it to do over again, he might have either gone high or, dare I even say, driven through the 39 car if it were the Daytona 500 at stake?
I don't think he would have driven through the 39 at 200 plus miles an hour.
I don't know. It's happened before.
It has happened before. It's happened at Talladega, and I think that's another question that comes out of this shootout.
That's a big question.
Now, of course, NASCAR has reacted to the shootout by implementing some rules changes. They have mandated a smaller grill opening in the front of the car. They've also said you got to put this pop-off valve on your radiator so that water starts spraying at what, 230 as opposed to 270, 260 where the guys were getting Saturday night. I'm not sure that it's that big of a deal because I think that things would have happened differently anyway, given that the Daytona 500 is in the heat of the day as opposed to at night. So I don't think we know what in the hell we're going to see on Sunday. Rules changes or no, the two-car hookups are still going to happen. They're just not going to last as long.
That's right. They're not going to last as long, and that could be a pretty big deal because really the guys didn't have to get away from each other on Saturday night in the shootout. They didn't have to break up their two-car tandem, so they stuck together like a marriage.
Quite a
while. With this rule, and if it's hotter, they're probably... Okay. No. It's okay.
Some marriages.
Some marriages, yeah. Well, I think the interesting thing is Denny tried to divorce Ryan at the end and take all the cash.
Yeah. Right. And got hosed.
And got hosed.
Yeah, Ryan had a better lawyer.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So when these two-car tandems break up, how is that going to affect this web of alliances? Are guys going to be looking for different dancing partners? Are they going to try the swap thing?
And remember, if you try the swap, then the pack is going to be able to catch you because you're going to slow down significantly.
How much of a pack will we see because we won't be able to have these two-car drafts stay together for so long?
I think the bottom line...
there are a lot of questions.
The bottom line is we don't know what we're going to be seeing on Sunday, and what we're going to see on Thursday isn't going to tell us much about what we're going to see on Sunday.
Well, I think it's going to tell us something, but it won't tell us everything.
Two-car drafts, but not just as long.
Just not as long, and how do you use that to win the race?
But you also have so many more cars on the track on Sunday. So what's that going to...
And the other thing is we saw two-car drafts causing wrecks.
And they can't...
Veteran guys screwed up.
And they can't turn the lights off, though. That's the good thing.
What?
What?
The lights went out.
Huh?
In Georgia? What?
The lights went out at the Bud Shootout. Remember?
No.
It must have been in commercial. All right, that is it for today's Rowdy.com Big Three with great insights about the lights from Buck Beaver, Bassmasters, and Buzz Cutler. We'll be back tomorrow talking about more NASCAR junk, won't we?
Yes.
Like lights.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.